Ever wondered how your favourite football is made? Behind the iconic moments and legendary players lies a dark secret. From raw materials to the final product, child labour and exploitation taint the process. Discover the shocking truth about football manufacturing and the efforts to bring change. Uncover the scandal behind the world's most beloved sport. Football, known as soccer in some parts of the world, is the world's most popular sport, captivating millions of fans across continents. The magic unfolds on the pitch, with iconic moments, spectacular goals, and legendary players. But behind the scenes of this beautiful game lies a dark, often overlooked reality. This is the story of how footballs are made and the scandal that taints their production. The journey of a football, from raw materials to the final product, the raw materials. The journey of a football begins with its raw materials. A typical football consists of an outer cover, inner lining, stitching, and a bladder. The outer cover is usually made from synthetic leather, such as polyurethane, PU, or polyvinyl chloride, PVC, chosen for durability and performance. The inner lining, which gives the ball its shape and structure, is often composed of multiple layers of polyester and cotton. The stitching is usually done with high tensile polyester threads, and the bladder, responsible for holding the air, is typically made from latex or butyl. The manufacturing process. The manufacturing process of a football involves several intricate steps. First, the synthetic leather sheets are cut into panels, usually hexagons and pentagons, to form the traditional shape of the ball. These panels are then printed with designs and logos before being sewn together. The stitching process is crucial for ensuring the durability and performance of the ball, often done by hand or using specialized machines. The bladder is inserted into the stitched panels, inflated, and then the ball undergoes rigorous testing for quality assurance. The dark side of football manufacturing, child labour, a persistent issue. Despite the seemingly straightforward process, the reality behind football manufacturing is fraught with ethical issues. One of the most pressing concerns is the use of child labour. In many football-producing countries such as Pakistan, India, and China, children as young as 10 are employed in factories and home-based workshops to stitch footballs. These children work long hours in hazardous conditions, often earning meagre wages to support their families. Exploitation and poor working conditions. In addition to child labour, exploitation and poor working conditions are rampant in the football manufacturing industry. Workers, including adults and children, are subjected to long hours, minimal pay, and unsafe environments. Many factories lack basic safety measures, and workers are at risk of injuries from sharp tools and repetitive strain. The role of major sports brands that dominate the global football market, such as Nike, Adidas, and Puma, often outsource production to these low-cost regions. While these brands have codes of conduct and policies to ensure ethical practices, the reality is often different. The pressure to produce high volumes at low costs leads to subcontracting, where oversight and accountability diminish. This creates a system where labour rights are frequently violated, and the exploitation of vulnerable workers continues unchecked. Efforts for change, international campaigns, and advocacy. Over the years, numerous international campaigns and advocacy groups have emerged to address the issues within the football manufacturing industry. Organisations like the International Labour Organization, ILO, Fair Trade International, and Save the Children have been at the forefront of these efforts. They aim to raise awareness, enforce labour rights, and promote ethical sourcing practices. Fair trade footballs. One significant development has been the introduction of fair trade footballs. These footballs are produced under stringent ethical standards, ensuring fair wages, safe working conditions, and the prohibition of child labour. Fair trade certification also involves community development initiatives, such as education and healthcare programs benefiting the workers and their families. Corporate social responsibility initiatives. Some major brands have also taken steps to improve their corporate social responsibility (CSR) practices. Nike, for instance, has implemented the Nike Better World initiative, which focuses on sustainability and ethical labor practices. Adidas has launched the Better Cotton initiative and aims to source 100% sustainable cotton. While these initiatives are commendable, critics argue that more needs to be done to address the root causes of exploitation and ensure genuine change. The role of consumers, conscious consumerism. Consumers play a crucial role in driving change within the football manufacturing industry. By choosing to purchase ethically made footballs and supporting brands with transparent and fair labor practices, consumers can help reduce demand for exploitative products. Conscious consumerism involves being aware of the origins of the products we buy and making informed choices that align with our values. Advocacy and awareness. Raising awareness about the issues within the football manufacturing industry is another critical aspect of driving change. By sharing information, supporting advocacy campaigns, and participating in initiatives that promote fair labor practices, consumers can amplify the voices of workers and contribute to creating a more just and ethical industry. A glimpse into the factories. The human element. To truly understand the plight of workers in the football manufacturing industry, one must look beyond the numbers and statistics. The human stories reveal a deeper, more poignant narrative. In the narrow, dimly lit workshops of Sialkot, Pakistan, a major hub for football production, workers sit hunched over their workstations for hours on end. These are the hands that stitch the very balls kicked around by football legends and hopeful children alike. Many of these workers have stories of sacrifice, resilience, and unfulfilled dreams all woven into the fabric of the footballs they produce. The impact on communities. The impact of the football manufacturing industry on local communities is profound. In some regions, entire villages are involved in the production process. While this provides employment opportunities, it also means that children often forego education to contribute to the family income. The long-term consequences are dire, perpetuating cycles of poverty and limiting future opportunities for these young workers. Empowering workers. Amidst the challenges, there are stories of hope and transformation. Initiatives aimed at empowering workers through education and skill development have begun to make a difference. Organizations like the Fair Labor Association, FLA, and various local NGOs have established programs to provide training, financial literacy, and alternative livelihood options. These programs help workers break free from the cycle of exploitation and pave the way for a brighter future. Child labor rehabilitation. Rehabilitation programs for child laborers are also making a significant impact. These programs focus on rescuing children from exploitative work environments and reintegrating them into formal education systems. By providing scholarships, tutoring, and psychological support, these initiatives give children the chance to reclaim their childhood and build a better future. Technological innovations, automation, and ethical production. Advancements in technology are also playing a role in transforming the football manufacturing industry. Automation and the use of advanced machinery can reduce reliance on manual labor, thus decreasing the likelihood of labor exploitation. While there is a fear that automation might lead to job losses, it also presents an opportunity to reskill workers and improve overall working conditions. Blockchain for transparency. Blockchain technology offers a promising solution for enhancing transparency in the supply chain. By using blockchain, companies can create immutable records of every stage of the production process, from raw material sourcing to final delivery. This level of transparency can help ensure that ethical practices are maintained throughout the supply chain, and that consumers can verify the origins of their footballs. The role of governments. Governments in football-producing countries have a critical role to play in enforcing labour laws and protecting workers' rights. Strengthening labour regulations, conducting regular inspections, and imposing penalties for violations are essential steps in ensuring ethical production practices. International cooperation and support can also bolster these efforts, providing the necessary resources and expertise. Industry-wide standards. An industry-wide commitment to ethical standards is crucial for driving lasting change. Brands, suppliers, and manufacturers must work together to develop and implement robust standards that prioritize fair wages, safe working conditions, and the elimination of child labor. Collaborative initiatives such as the Ethical Trading Initiative, ETI, can help establish and enforce these standards across the industry. Consumer advocacy. Consumers can amplify their impact by engaging in advocacy efforts. Supporting petitions, joining campaigns, and voicing concerns to brands and policymakers can create pressure for systemic change. By demanding greater transparency and accountability, consumers can help ensure that ethical practices become the norm rather than the exception. The story of football manufacturing is a complex blend of passion, skill, and exploitation. While the beautiful game brings joy to millions, it's crucial to acknowledge the harsh realities faced by those who make it possible. From child labour and poor working conditions to the efforts of advocacy groups and ethical brands, change is happening, but much work remains. As consumers, we have the power to drive this change by making informed choices and supporting fair labour practices. Together, we can help create a more just and ethical industry for the workers who are the true backbone of football. Subscribe to our channel